Three innocent people were killed on Sunday when an armed gunman opened fire on shoppers at the Greenwood Park Mall in Indiana. As we've learned, the shooting would have been worse but for the intervention of 22-year-old Elisjsha Dicken. According to the reports, Dicken engaged the perpetrator about 2 minutes after the shooting began, firing a total of 10 rounds at the gunman, who was killed in the exchange. Chief of the Greenwood Police Department praised Dicken, calling him a hero.
His actions were nothing short of heroic. He engaged the gunman from quite a distance with a handgun, was very proficient in that, very tactically sound, and as he moved to close in on the suspect, he was also motioning for people to exit behind him. He has, to our knowledge, he has no police training and no military background.
Joining me now to give insight into this is the editor-in-chief of BearingArms.com, Cam Edwards. Cam, always appreciate it.
Hey, Buck, thanks for the invite.
So this looks like the good guy with the gun scenario that the gun grabbers on the left always pretend doesn't exist.
The reaction from the gun control groups, I mean, it has been, I think, disgusting, honestly. I mean, you had, Chris Brown called this young man a vigilante. Shannon Watts originally tweeted out that he should be arrested for violating the mall's weapons policy. And let's not forget, these are the groups that helped write New York's new concealed carry law. And one of the provisions in that law is that if you do what Elisjsha did and you carry into a gun-free zone, it's not basically a warning like it is in Indiana and a potential citation for criminal trespass. It's a felony offense. It's prison time. It's the loss of your right to keep and bear arms. And it's designed that way to prevent people like Elisjsha from doing what he did. This is not the preferred outcome of the gun control groups, Buck. Under their ideal scenario, there would not have been an armed response until police arrived. There would have been more people dead. Ideally, of course, they would say, well, we would have banned these guns, right? And so this didn't happen at all. But we know that doesn't work. We know that we can't ban our way to safety. So they put these laws in place that criminalize good people who act, again, in a heroic manner to save innocent lives.
The founder of Moms Demand Action, Shannon Watts, tweeted this out right after the shooting. I don't know who needs to hear this, but when a 22-year-old illegally brings a loaded gun into a mall and kills a mass shooter armed with an AR-15 after he already killed 3 people and wounded others is not a ringing endorsement of our implementation of the Second Amendment. These anti-gun folks there's like a little bit of like a disconnect with reality that you see sometimes with them, as in, what is the point that she's making? I mean, to your earlier, so it'd be better if only the criminal with the AR-15 had the gun? What does she think she's saying?
Listen, I think there's still, I think some of them are operating under the delusion that they really can ban guns and they'll just all disappear. I don't think that's the case with Shannon Watts. I think she's smarter than that. She knows better. But this is an attempt, Buck, and we're going to see a lot more of this after the Supreme Court's decision in Bruin. Look, they know they can't ban guns. They know that even a ban on so-called assault weapons is not going to be held up as constitutional. They lost the right to carry. They have lost the argument on whether or not the right to keep and bear arms is a real right. And so now what they're trying to do is to demonize anybody and everybody who exercises that right. They don't want to just make it uncool or unpopular, right? They want to make it legally dangerous to do so. They want to make it taboo for you to exercise your right to keep and bear arms. And I think it's gross. I think it puts them on the wrong side of the history in addition to the wrong side of our Constitution. But this is their agenda, and I think, again, we're going to see a lot more of it going forward.